Hi, I'm Will. Hey, I'm Will. Hi, I'm Will. I'm Will, and this is Backyard Outdoors. Welcome to Backyard Outdoors, and this is Backyard Outdoors. And I'm Will, and this is Backyard Outdoors. Hey, I'm Will, and this is Backyard Outdoors. And you know, we like to do things outside. But today we're inside because it's been raining pretty good outside, so we're going to do this inside. And what we're going to talk about today is how to save the ends of your ropes or your lines or whatever you happen to be using. And there's three really good ways to do it, and it depends on what type of rope you're using. Now, if you're using a nylon rope like we got right here, and it's all frayed at the end, this is what I'm going to tell you how to do it. Now, first place is you see it frayed down here in the end and stuff like that. What you got to do is get yourself a good sharp pair of scissors, and you got to trim all that fraying off of there. Alright, this is probably the simplest one. Now, these are nylon ropes, so they don't whip so hot, and you can't really back splice them or anything like that. Now, you can tape them, but that don't really work all that hot either. So the best thing to do is get yourself a Bic lighter, fire it up, and just burn the ends. Oop. Just like that. No fuss, no muss. It melts the end of the nylon rope, and now it won't come unraveled like it did here. Alright? Now, the second one is you got a good sisal rope here, or you can do the same thing with nylon. You can take that, and if it's all frayed out, you trim it off just like we did earlier. And you get yourself some tape. Now, I got some black electrician's tape here because I like it because it's a little more waterproof. But you can use Scotch tape or masking tape or whatever kind of tape you want to read. Anyway, you get right down on the end, and this seems like, you know, maybe anybody should know this, but so you'd be surprised who does it. And you give it a tape. Now, you just don't wrap it like that. You wrap it down a ways. That way it can't come loose or pull off the end when it gets a little bit on the wet side. So just come down a ways with it. And then back up. Like that. Alright? Then you just pull that tape off, and wham, it won't come unfrayed no more for a while. But this isn't the best way either. The best way is if you got a piece of nylon or a sisal rope like this, or hemp rope or whatever rope, and you can even do this with the nylon stuff or like the boat stuff. You see how frayed that is? Again, what you got to do is take some scissors or a knife, and you come back a ways, and you trim it off. Okay, and you set that aside because that makes good fire starter for later. And then you get some smaller thin cording or anything to that effect. I got wax linen thread here, and you get yourself out a good piece of it. And you cut it like that, and you set it down. Now this is what I'm going to show you how to do this. This is called whipping the end of a line, and I'm going to show you how that is called the English whip. You start on it like this. You take the line, you lay it over there like that. And then you loop it, and you go down to where your other line, your tag line's hanging loose, and then you start. Hold on a minute, my fingers are getting in the way. And then you just start winding it like that, tight as you can get it. Can you see that all right, Mr. Cameraman? And you just wrap that sucker on there like that. You just keep wrapping it right alongside. You keep wrapping it. Make sure you have plenty of excess line. Now, you're not going to go out to the end on this, because what will happen is it'll slip off. So you go back down the bottom a little bit. Make sure you leave that one part of that loop hanging out like that, alright? And you get it down there like that. And you come back up it again. Then, when you get up here again, and you're pulling it tight the whole time, you're keeping it very, very tight. You got your loop up here, and you slip that line through that loop. Alright? Just like that. Now, once you got that line through the loop, you come back down here and grab this side, and what you're going to do is you're going to pull that loop closed back within the wrap. Now, before you pull it all the way in here, make sure that other line's through there good and tight. And then you're just going to basically pull it through just like that. Once you got it down in there, you pull them both tight, and hopefully it'll break like that, and that'll be good. And then the other end, if it doesn't, you can just snip it off like I'm doing here. Now that you've got that done, that's called whipping the end of a line. You can trim this off a little shorter. So like that. And that's called an English whip. And that will maintain the end of your nylon lines, your sisal lines, or any other lines. Alright. Hey, that's about all I can tell you. And hopefully this is going to help you preserve your lines a little bit more. And I'm Will, and this is Backyard Outdoors.